collaboration with the African Union and the government of the Republic of Rwanda, brings you the second edition of the Intra-African Trade Fair, IATF 2020, to be hosted by the government of the Republic of Rwanda in Kigali from the 1st to the 7th of September 2020.
I think that you agree with me that the 2018 Intra-African Trade Fair has been a tremendous success. For us, it surpassed all our expectations in every measure.
It has all been a great success, and that each of you must have had insightful discussions.
IATF 2020 is expected to attract over 1,100 exhibitors and 5,000 conference participants from more than 55 countries and to generate over $40 billion in trade and investment deals. IATF 2020 will provide a unique and valuable platform for businesses to access an integrated African market of over 1.2 billion people with a GDP of over 2.5 trillion, created under the African Continental Free Trade Area.
The first Intra-African Trade Fair is the first deliverable of the African Continental Free Trade Area, even before the agreement has entered into force.
IATF 2020 will consist of an exhibition, a trade and investment forum comprising of the IATF 2020 conference, featuring leading African and international speakers, and a variety of sessions on, among others, African trade and investment, opportunities under the African Continental Free Trade Area, and training workshops covering exporting, standards, and marketing. Business to business and business to government matchmaking and exchanges, allowing buyers and sellers, governments and investors to meet and conclude business and investment deals. Country days for selected countries to showcase their trade, investment, tourism, and cultural opportunities. A virtual trade fair providing buyers, sellers, exhibitors, and countries an interactive online platform where they can showcase their goods, services, and investment opportunities. Creative Africa, which includes a fashion show, music, film, a Creative Africa Summit, and a dedicated creative industry exhibition. African heads of state, ministers responsible for trade, industry and finance, central bank governors and captains of industry will be participating from the 1st to the 7th of September 2020. Afriexinbank, the African Union and the government of the Republic of Rwanda invite you to join us in Kigali, Intra-African Trade Fair, transforming Africa. To register and get more information, visit www.intraafricantradefair.com, promoted by Afriexinbank in collaboration with the African Union and the government of Rwanda.
Just real fast, first of all, clap. Let's start there. A couple of things before, first, next thing, book your ticket to Kilgali, please. Book your ticket. Two things, and we're gonna wrap up officially. The first thing is, remember the African Festival, the Spirit of Africa, is August 30th to September 2nd right here in Chicago. Please come out and support that. The second thing, I wanna just end with this. And this is my personal testimony being here in Chicago. I have not been here in 4 years. And not because I don't like Chicago, it's just because I'm tied up in Michigan doing what I'm doing. but it was very, very important for me to show up and participate and be amongst friends, new networks, business owners, policymakers, and just being in a great energy. And I really appreciate being here. I really appreciate interacting with everyone in here, shaking your hand, talking, dialoguing. And you're right, we should not just talk about the things. We need to take some action and some action steps. I want to tell Amara that she says she's part of the African Diaspora 6 Region Diaspora Network. I'm part of that as well in Michigan. I'm their statewide director, and so we need to really converse on some things and move that whole process forward. I really appreciate your spirit. I've always appreciated your spirit from day one. But we really have some dynamic people in this room. And, you know, I appreciate Mrs. Toyin. You know, she brought us together. She says it's not about her. And she's right. It's really not about her. It's really about us as a collective. All she's doing is providing the platform for us to grow and to diversify and to execute the plan of action to transform our diaspora one block at a time. So with that said, we have a lot of work to do. There's no time to play. We have to get serious about our mission. We don't want to just go home and tell our friends and family, it was a good conference, it was a good summit, it felt good, and you forgot about what you've learned. We have to take what we've learned today from each other seriously to move this process forward. It doesn't matter if you're from Milwaukee, Detroit, Romulus. It doesn't matter if I'm from Inkster. It doesn't matter if you're from Chicago. It doesn't matter if you're from Nebraska. It doesn't matter if you're from Nigeria. What matters the most is how do you link that wealth of information and power to move the process forward. I guarantee you this. I'm an academic advisor at a community college in Michigan, and I'm telling you, there are other ethnic groups. They'll come in my office. I know what they're majoring. I know what neighborhoods they come from. They are organized. Seriously, they're organized. You go in their community, they control the block, they control the economics, they control the school board, they control the city council. It's not a game, ladies and gentlemen. So we need to take platforms like this real seriously and move the process forward. You can call me day or night, 313-656-9177. You can call me day or night. You can find me on social media, email me. Some of you have my cards. If not, I'll give you a card. Let's converse, let's build, let's go. Thank you for being here. And we have refreshments downstairs. Downstairs here, we do have refreshments for everyone. Thank you for coming out. Let's do it again next year, but let's continue to work. Thank you.
There's a lot of things on my mind. Stacking money like this is fun.